What's up, y'all? I know you've been seeing how we've been collecting so many emu eggs lately on our videos, and we kind of had a little bit of a surprise because so far it has just been Chauncey, who I keep mistakenly calling Charizard in all of our videos, but Chauncey and Blondie who've been popping out emu eggs, including this gorgeous one that I got today before we ended up going somewhere, which was really cool. I went ahead and checked because the wind chill has it at like -13 today and this evening, and we're supposed to get so much snow in the morning. So I wanted to just check because emus usually lay like right as the night is hitting. So I'm glad I did, because our other pair of emus, Lecter and General, who I kind of gave up on whether they were gonna lay this season or not because it's the first time they've been like paired together, because we had Shane with Lecter before and they never like got along well enough to mate and produce, and so we switched out and had put General there, and they liked each other so much that they actually kicked Shane out themselves, and they have been mating apparently, because while I wasn't checking on them this past weekend because it was just so cold, all I was worried about was, are they eating? Are they getting water? Are they staying warm? My husband went out there today, and of course, because he finds everything, he found 2 eggs in Lecter's shed. I could not believe it. What a joke. What an absolute joke. Since they were frozen, they actually cracked, and if their membrane wasn't messed up, I would still offer these up to the gentleman that I've sold 1 to before for eating, but the membranes are actually ripped open as well. They were cracked that bad. Because there was 2 in there means that she had to have laid them in this past week about 3 or 4 days apart, which is awesome, because I did check last weekend and there was nothing, which is why I gave up on whether they were going to lay this season or not. But apparently they are. But since these 2 are cracked, I'm going to try something that I've been wanting to try forever, ever, since the last time that we had an egg crack, and last year we scrambled it up. We drilled it out and scrambled it up because it was not a very big crack, but big enough that we didn't want to sell it to incubate. So this time I did look up, and you can supposedly still boil an egg even when it's been cracked. Hopefully these ones aren't too badly cracked for that to actually be real this time. So I'm going to try it out. I'm going to get some water in here. We're going to boil it up. It says 45 minutes to an hour for the type of boil I want, because I want to make giant deviled eggs out of them. So let's boil these bad boys up and see if we can make that happen. I don't know that you have to salt water. That's gonna boil an egg. But Chef Ramsay says to always flavor your water, so we're gonna do that. Boop. Let's not put that in there with them. I clearly did not wipe these off very much. I'm a dummy. I'm gonna wash these since we are gonna go ahead and cook these, and because they're actually seeped open, I probably wouldn't worry about it if they weren't cracked open, but because they are, I'm gonna wash them. That's so hot. I did let these cool down already to room temperature. So it's okay that my water's already like scalding hot. I keep almost burning my skin off because I'm not really worried about them cracking anymore because they're already warmed up. I do wonder how much they're gonna seep. This one is cracked all the way on both sides. They both are. So we'll see how boiling them goes. I need more water in there. I feel like this one I should just crack the rest of the way open and scramble. and compare them both. We're gonna try. I am going to, I don't know if I should. I don't think I have the space to add more water. Okay. They are just barely, they're just barely in there. I think we might have needed a bigger boat. So you can see how a little bit is coming out right here from where the crack is. But it doesn't seem like an ongoing seep from it. It just seems like that initial little bubbling. So hopefully it doesn't do too much. I'm just going to leave it in the position it's in. And we're going to see how these do. So we'll check back in 45 minutes to an hour and see if we can crack these shells open. I didn't also think about how hard it is to crack open an emu shell. So we'll see how that goes when we come back. All right, we're bubbling and boiling. Got about 18 minutes left. I feel like I should scoop this stuff off, right? Is it? Look at, oh, a lot has seeped out now. A lot more has seeped out because this is all seeped out. Oh my gosh, the eggs are tooting. It actually smells so good. Y'all ever make ramen noodles and put egg whites in them? Because that's like what all this stuff is. This is like the egg whites that I would put in ramen noodles. If I had some extra noodles right now, I would 100% do that with these. It smells so good. I feel like I should clear these out to like see my eggs more, but I don't know, maybe I shouldn't. They're kind of attached a little bit to this part, but I can kind of clear it away a little and see that this is all kind of getting cooked good, which is awesome. I might leave it a little past the 45 minutes. It said 45 to 60 to do it for that like firm but creamy center. They are making the silliest noises. That's so funny. They are floating. I don't know if that tells us anything. Full disclosure, I love to make hard-boiled eggs, but I actually don't. Well, no. I like to make hard-boiled eggs, and I only like to eat the whites of them. I don't like the yolk. And I like to make deviled eggs because they're so cute, but I also don't like to eat those. So I don't really know what a lot of things mean with boiling eggs. I like really great, cheesy, scrambled, seasoned eggs. Did you all just see this one moving? This is crazy. You can tell I'm like, usually I'm not sitting here watching boiled eggs either. I just time it and come when they're done. And this is so silly to sit here and watch this. And they're so massive. This is one of my biggest pots. And I can only fit 2 in here. I usually have like, not an entire full dozen in this one. I use a bigger pot for a full dozen. But this would definitely fit at least a half dozen, right? It's so crazy. How silly. I thought that this was bubbles from it boiling over, but it's not. All right, we're going to leave it this 16 minutes. And maybe even just a little extra long. Because also with the fact that these were out there for a while because I didn't notice them. We just want them well done. So the bacteria is definitely out of these. And then Tyler said he's only gonna try a bite because he doesn't know how good they'll be because they've been outside for who knows how long. But they've been in the freezing cold, so I feel like he's being a baby. But we'll see how they look, how they come out, and maybe they'll just be so delicious he'll eat the whole thing anyway. It's been a little more than 45 minutes. We're gonna try to pull one of these out first and see if they're done enough to turn into a deviled egg. Which one do I do in first? Oh, I don't know. 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 Oh my gosh, I should just... Okay, let's see if I can get this to point down enough. That's my dog trying to open the door. Look at it, just started falling right out of it, but it looks... Oh, it looks too soft. It looks too squidgy. That does not look good. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look great. It doesn't look great. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the other one longer. That doesn't look good. But look how cool the shell looks. That looks cool. It still smells really good. That looks not great. Look how cool it feels, like Jurassic Park. You're just like, Ellie the dinosaur egg. Ellie the dinosaur egg. Ugh, that looks so nasty. Oh, it's just, can you see it just falling away from the yolk? I need to figure out how to, let's see how I can angle this. Look at it just fall away from the yolk. Okay, so if I can get the other one, look at it, it did hard boil the center. Boom, look at that. It hard boiled the center, but this obviously is not stiff enough to put the center into. Oh, that is so crazy. Look how massive that is. That is insane. That center is like bigger than a turkey egg. That's so crazy. So it's good. That did make it firm. It looks like it's firm all the way through. If I liked egg yolk, I would try it. Yeah, it's like a good texture all the way through. Here's how it is. I don't know if the fact that the center looks a little different. Ooh, it's got the weirdest texture. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. That's so weird. But I think egg yolks are weird anyway. So I'm not really... Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. That's so weird. How crazy. Definitely got it firm. As far as the yolk goes, I can't... Because that's like the size of a massive egg all its own. And that's just the yolk now. That's crazy. But I obviously can't make a deviled egg with this, because this is not gonna hold my yolk. Oh, that's sad. I'm gonna leave the other one longer and hopefully we get a salvageable egg white so that I can make a deviled egg with it. So this has been sitting here for a while after cooking. Again, I don't know if this is what usual yolks do, but it's got such a weird, like, you can almost hear the sound it makes when you pinch it. And then it's got this weird skin on it. It's so weird. I feel like this is not right. I mean, the inside looks right when you look at it. Maybe it's just because I left it out on the counter for 20 more minutes. That is not right, though. So we're not doing anything with that. Nothing goes to waste here, so the pigs will have that. Tomorrow, they'll probably be so excited. I just want one to come out right so I can make a deviled egg. Oh, gooey egg things are falling from everywhere. Ew, I've touched everything. Oh, I've touched everything with eggs. Oh, I've touched it all. Oh, God. Okay. I feel like this is gonna be gooey. This is just... It's just all floating to the top. Every bit of egg white. Before even taking the egg out, It's really drippy, but it's like that's the amount of egg white that just seeped out and got wasted. That's like probably more egg white than one egg in general. And that's not including everything I kind of scraped off the top from the last thing. So let's see. I don't think this is going to be different. We messed these up so bad. We did this together. We messed it up together. I think you're supposed to let boiled eggs cool. Or like, what do they call it? A flash bath? An ice bath? You're supposed to put them in something cold right after, right? Does that help the egg white set? What's happening? What am I doing wrong, guys? Is it just that they had too big of a crack in it and the membrane was broke? You can't hard boil things like that? What'd I do wrong? Cold water. Maybe I opened that when it was too hot. I didn't put it in cold water like you're supposed to. We're gonna put this in really cold water for a couple minutes. Alright, I'm gonna put that in really cold water. We're gonna go let my dog in before she absolutely busts down the door. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. I'm going to try to open it up. I did put it in some ice cold water this time, and this one boiled for like 20 minutes more than the other one. This one was more cracked than the other one, though, so I still don't have high hopes. Oh, it doesn't feel that cold for just being in an ice bath. Oh, I can't tell. Okay. I think this might be good enough. Let's dump the excess water out. No, maybe not. I think too much water got in from where it was cracked and is making this too soft. Oh, it is. When I grab it, it wants to peel away. I'm so sad. Oh, I have my heart set on boiling these out. But I got some really cool half shells. I already have a full one from last year that we drilled out and kept the shell of. I kind of like having these half ones too, because as you know, we do a massive Halloween party, and how cool would it be to have like a shell of these that looks like raptors and someone like dressed like Jurassic Park and they're like, oh, life found a way. Okay, I'm gonna try to cut it in half anyway to see if we can possibly salvage a boiled deviled egg situation out of this. There's so much water. Okay. The yolks have been turning out so good. The whites are not. Oh no. Okay. Okay, I don't know if you're seeing in this. The yolks turned out awesome. They smell good. They smell like egg yolk. They look like egg yolk. Look at this one, actually looks better than the last one. Look at that. And it's steamy. Can you see that steam? It's steamy. It's so steamy. It smells really good. It's really yellow, a really pretty color. The last one kind of looked a little off on it, but I think it's just maybe I didn't cook it enough. This one smells good. It looks good, and it has like more of the texture. The white was almost hard enough, but it wasn't. It wasn't. So that's just, oh my God. Can you hear all the noises? Ew. Very sloppy noises. So this is all the white and the yolk from the other one. Is that gross? Is that that crazy? Just a little ASMR of like things that make you squirm. I feel like that's only right at the Funny Farm. There's a funky color. I feel like I've seen that in deviled eggs before though. I'm gonna mash it one of these sides up. I'm gonna put one of these sides just whole right here. No sense in just smashing and wasting it all before it goes to the pigs. I think they'll like it whole, more fun. And actually, I'm just gonna do half of one of these because I feel like each of the pigs would like a good chunk of that. So I'm gonna smash one of these with a fork and see if that has the consistency that like the yolk for a deviled egg usually has when I make them. Ooh, it's very rubbery. I cooked it too long. So yeah. So as we saw with the first one, I actually cooked the first one the right amount for the yolk, but it was too split because there was no membrane keeping all the water from seeping in. The white couldn't get firm and it was just getting too moist, so it wouldn't hold together. So actually, like, the first yolk probably would have been perfect for smashing up and making deviled eggs, but this was a farm fail. But that's what these tests are for. That's what broken eggs are for, is to play with and do something fun. I wish it would have come out right. If there's one that we find with like a hairline fracture and that membrane's still intact, we might try again. Or if Charizard, who doesn't have a mate with her at the moment, happens to lay. I don't know that they ever lay without a mate. It doesn't seem like they do. But if she does give us a random rogue egg, I'm going to go ahead and try hers if it doesn't have a crack at all, because then we have that better chance of this happening. It seems like about 40 minutes, 45 would have been more right, whereas 60 definitely seemed like way too much for the yolk as far as making it the right consistency for that. It all smells right. It smells good, but yeah, the cracks, honestly, too, not knowing how long they had been out there, this wouldn't have been the most sanitary anyway. But I was at least gonna make Ty try it, but he said no. No, he wouldn't even try the yolk. He looked scared and he said no. He said no, it's for the pigs. So, yeah. So that's how you don't make a giant hard-boiled egg.